Hi, welcome back to the Senior Network. I'm Becky Davis, and now I'm joined by my friend Jim Keith from Keith's Funeral Home. And welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Becky.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
You're looking
It's been
great.
a couple months. Appreciate it.
I know, you're looking great. And everything's going well?
Yeah, we have a new hip installed.
Oh,
so
well,
I
and
don't know,
I was
since last
going to
time.
say, you're looking fabulous.
Well, the hip makes a difference. When you can actually walk, you can feel better when you can walk.
Yeah, and out of pain and everything. Well, you couldn't look better, and just thanks. I'm just so glad that you're back.
I appreciate it.
And I hear there's some updates going on at Keith's Funeral Home, and
yeah.
I mean, tell us what's going on. Our viewers want to know.
Well, a couple things. Number one, we've been very busy, which is good. And we survived through, with me not having a hip, that we worked through some of the things that caused me to go out in the middle of the night, but we worked through all that. Fortunate to have a good support team, and my wife has really been a big help.
She's wonderful.
Really been a big help. So we're writing a lot of pre-need, which we always do, but the big news is we're putting in our own crematory. You know, this is something we wanted to do from the get-go, but at $200,000, you have to pay attention to it.
Wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you just because you buy it doesn't mean you can install it yourself on a little pickup truck.
I can imagine that's pretty complicated, yeah.
Well, it's 24,000 pounds, 8 feet high, 12 feet long, and very expensive.
Yeah.
So, but we finally we got it. And we're happy because we're going to be the only in-house crematory on the island, which is something we really wanted to be. We didn't want to like put a shed at the end of the parking lot and say that's where we do everything.
No,
we wanted it right in that
dignified and exactly.
Yeah, we're kind of modeling it after Saul's in Bluffton, who, by the way, I know this is my spot, but I'm giving them a shout out because that's who I want to be like when I grow up.
Okay, so. Well, hey, listen, if they're doing well, you're doing well. That's what I always say.
Yep. So we thought it was real important to have it right in the funeral home, right there with us, and so we don't have to go take somebody out in the rain or anything. You know, it really makes a difference.
The dignity of the whole thing. And you're providing another service that is sorely needed. I was just talking to Natalie Lucas from Hearing Life, and the island is, we're growing, and we're growing so much here on Hilton Head and in Bluffton, and to keep up with the services. The business models have to change.
They do have to change. And I was just on the way over here. I'm maybe a mile away. In the traffic, it was acting like it was the 4th of July.
Oh, I know.
Just craziness.
Yeah.
And it isn't even Heritage Weekend yet.
Yeah, and it's which is coming up exactly. But it's a good news, bad news. Hilton Head is a great place for vacationing and destination and people moving here. But we do want to have those supportive services. And I have found that out in my business as a continuing care community, or now called life plan community, when people come to the island and they come to the Cypress, we're like, well, this is great, but what else do you have available? And it's always nice to talk about Keith's Funeral Home and all the other supportive services that we have here that you wouldn't think a little barrier island would have, right?
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. But I have a business no one wants to use.
But it's inevitable, like taxes.
It is. It is. But you don't want to. You don't want to say, oh, you don't say. I heard there's a great new funeral home on Arrow Road. Let's
Why
go
not?
check it out.
Not.
That's
what I say.
250 restaurants on the island, so you're not going to check out the funeral home when you have a chance to go eat good.
Good pizza on Arrow Road too, so just head on that.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, well, anything else going on besides the crematorium?
No, the grandkids are getting bigger, and my wife was up visiting this weekend, and we're headed back up for my granddaughter's first communion.
So who's running while you're doing all this?
I run it all the time. I keep the phone.
You keep the, okay. All right, and it's, reach you by phone, internet?
I always answer the phone.
Okay.
In fact, I've been taking people out of state. So if someone comes down, and here's a good example. Let's say you want to go to Memphis, but you die here, you want to go to Memphis, but you have to go to Savannah, then to Atlanta, then to Memphis. Well, it's easier just for me to say, I'll tell you what, I'll just drive your loved one up to the cemetery. We don't have to go through all those incidences that happen at Atlanta Airport where you get stuck.
Right.
And, it's just me. You see me when you make the arrangements, and you see me when we lower the casket. And that's been working out well.
Oh, gosh. And that, again, another service, because, no one here is local. Everyone's from someplace else.
Yep.
Jim, again, it's great to see you. You're looking fabulous. Your wife is taking real good care of you. And come back. I'll see you next time.
All right.
I promise. And thank you for watching the Senior Network, and we will be right back.
All right.